been another great day today, but we did see some of these start to wander in. These are cirrostratus clouds, which may make for a pretty sunset in places. Sign of high-level moisture beginning to stream in. That's in advance, well in advance of the tropical system. But tomorrow we get another fall dandy of a day. It's going to be warm, a little bit of a breeze, sun mixed with some of those high clouds that you were seeing. There'll be more of them tomorrow. Hurricane Delta. Louisiana just can't buy a break this year as another storm is bearing down on them on a very similar path to what Hurricane Laura did. For us, the remnants of Delta should be arriving here over the weekend as a rainmaker. So let's go ahead and take a look at the storm as it evolved during the day today. We take you back to noon. The storm was already beginning to develop an eye at that point. You can watch the blossoming of thunderstorms around that eye wall. And in fact, a really big explosion of them coming up here just as we're approaching sunset. And again, you're seeing the demarcation, the differentiation there with the shadowing as the sun is setting on those cloud tops. So again, you see it in 3 of the quadrants around the eye. We have these towers going up. So just in the southwest corner, it looks like we're even beginning to develop that there. Once those all get in place, a rapid intensification can continue, and it's got about a 12-hour window before it starts running out of warm water. But it's up to a Category 3, classified as a major hurricane with winds of 115 miles an hour. Pressure has been dropping pretty quickly today, 345 miles from the Louisiana coast as it works its way northwest at the moment, but will eventually turn north and then toward the northeast with time. So what happens, it's still pushing a major storm as it's approaching landfall, but the winds are beginning to decrease as we work our way into colder water here. Likely it'll be a 2 when it makes landfall. That'll be tomorrow early evening, and again about the same spot where Laura came in. Then a curve up into the Tennessee Valley for us. That means rain becomes a possibility, but on that particular path, maybe a little more south compared to north. Hurricane warnings. And they run all the way from Morgan City, Louisiana, back into the eastern part of Texas, with areas around Lake Charles being one of the primary spots out of all that. The storm is over warm water. It will be over this warm water and low shear environment into tomorrow morning. That allows for strengthening to occur. Don't be surprised if this ends up being a low end 4, if only briefly, because as it continues north, it's going to run into colder water. And as that happens, you take away the hurricane food. The storm will be weakening as it makes landfall, and that's a key. As storms are weakening, the wind speeds that are indicated don't necessarily always make it to the surface, and that may lessen some of the damage potential. Still going to be a lot, but again, you're looking for any silver lining out of this, and then it'll be continuing up toward the Tennessee Valley, working around the edge of that big high pressure that is going to be sitting there in the Bahamas. So the high to our north clears out. That cold front clears out. There's your path for the storm to come north and do what tropical systems are supposed to do. They come from the tropics. They disperse their heat throughout the mid-latitude westerlies. That's their function. We continue then into Friday. The storm is making landfall, and again, powerful winds will be accompanied that heavy rain, and some of that rain gets up to us starting Saturday, more so Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. For us tonight, fair sky with some of those high thin clouds, overnight lows down to around 50. Close to 80 tomorrow, a breezy day and warm. Rain chances will be increasing Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. The game, you're probably going to have to deal with rain at some point. Low 70s with more rain on Sunday. Next week, dry and warm.